Here with the super late night, early morning grind. I had just finished a little bit of the Price Motion Handbook PDF translation of the work, and we are back on gold at the moment. I looked over at the chart. Someone was telling me to come over, and I hadn't looked at this chart in a couple of days. Look at this chart and doing exactly what we say, right? Exactly what we always say it's going to do. It's going to pull into these imbalances, sweep some stops, turtle soup, and it is going to take off. We are past this magnetic area right here. As we know, magnets mean draw. Past this magnetic, this was just an easy draw right here, straight through it. When you get multiple levels like that, you usually expect it to straight through, especially if they're levels that it couldn't go up through, because this is an appreciating asset class. So usually stuff like this means a lot of momentum is going to build, is trying to get to another level. This is called inducement for anyone who doesn't know. And then we had this gap right here that was rebalanced just now, corrected, as it would be called in classical terminology. We also have this, what they call QML, Quasimodo level. As we know, Quasimodo is like a head and shoulders, but it happens when you break dramatically through the neckline and then come back up to the point where there was a shoulder. And then you should see something like this where you fall back into your support. In this case, we have multiple support levels, one here and then one here and one also right here in this bearish candle. And also at these points as well, because we broke clean through this barrier. So usually I don't do this, but I could have turned that magnet into this. I'll do it. I usually will want to know what happens at this level if there's multiple levels. So we'll put a bullish displacement level here because there has been FVG or imbalance above this level, just a tiny bit, but there was an energetic break there. So I want to see what it does when it approaches that. I want to see that level particularly, just because there are multiple liquidities that were built up here. So we need to see if we're going to come back below that level or not. Usually I would just use the FEG or the order block, but that level right there is very solid, as we see a lot of algo magic going on at that level. So that's pretty much it for right now. We're going to look like we're going to get a bearish close here, but we do have this body right here holding us up. So don't really mean too much to me right now. As you guys know, I love the daily. So this was what we had marked on the daily. We have closed over all of these levels again, once again. However, I'm going to use this top wick right here as the bullish order block top. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. I like the way it looks. There's not too many markets on this chart. We all know that this kind of imbalance-esque type of deal going on right now. But until we get today's close, this will not matter. Mostly we'll just be looking at this level here. Really the wick levels. Let me go ahead and draw that out. These levels here is what I'll be looking at. I usually take these off the chart once prices play through them, but these are the only levels we have. We do have a rejection, as we know in the bar method. That is our or break and retest or rejection. Has been a break and rejection here. So it'd be retest, break and retest, or break and rejection, or just rejection. And that's happening because of this order block here. I usually don't put these, but this is such a clean order block. Let's go ahead and, you know what? Go ahead and put an order block here. This is a rare markup for me these days, but a lot of the OGs know that I do use that markup here and there. Do I want to? I don't know. It's too much. It's too much for me. This is almost too much for me as well. But as of right now, we really don't have much on the daily in this range to look at, except for this is pretty much everything. I'm going to do one more thing and I'm gonna give us something here. You know what? Because I don't like all those lines there. What I'm gonna do is do that, take that. Many ways you can rearrange these levels so it looks better. That kind of looks better. I can't wait to take this off, but I need it for right now. Lessons in what you should and shouldn't take off your chart right there. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything we have for this range. Let me, because it's just, where's displacement? I could have kept the other level, but this is pretty much every single key level in this range from 2948 to 2945 and down into where we are now, 2937. A few hundred pips in this range. Looks like the levels are pretty decently spaced as well. So we should be able to determine something here in the next few hours on what our options are. Like we said, the 4 hour is doing a soup motion is what I would say. It's a soup into an order block. So where I didn't mark the top of that order block, I would actually mark this souping right here. It's a stop hunt, as some may call it. So right now we're getting that kind of idea that we are souping. Anybody who's holding long from here is gonna stay in. We're at 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Is always gonna stay until the all-time high. When you're near an all-time high like this, you're usually gonna get none of these people. Why would they get out? I mean, the potential upside, especially if you get a deviation run through the all-time high, and the deviation run could be very nice and neat from here. We'd get something like a measurement from here to here, projected up into a trending level, which would be here. And obviously I always use 4s, so even up to here. And that would just anything beyond 3,000 would just be, oh my goodness. But we'll see what this order block holds for us, and we'll take it from there. As of right now, it gets pretty weird in these ranges and really technical because of mitigations and stuff like that. So we'll usually have to build this block right here, close it somewhere here, just a weak bar on today. Usually when you're absorbing that fresh liquidity that hasn't been tried in a while, and then you'll dip into the FEG, and then you'll either clear. You want to see it clear the whole thing, maybe leave a small piece of it, but like usually you want to see it kind of clear the whole thing. But I would love to see it leave a piece of it here and just rock it off, because that'll give us a confidence level of if we do pull back down too hard, we'll absorb the rest of that and this and this and everything here, because none of this has been tested here. So that'll give us a really good confidence level if we go long. This should be a really good. I might get in this one. This is one that I've been hunting for a while. I wanted to see it close over this block right here, so it did that on yesterday. So now these next couple of days we'll be looking for that kind of thing that we always look for. All right. See you guys later. Share this with someone who needs it.